How about Seattle again a decade and a half later? Jewel Lloyd Stewie, titles, aces, Plum, ace.
Oh my goodness. Can y'all see? Mm. All right, I'm just gonna go right here. I don't know if y'all see it right now, but oh, man, it's light bright. This was a swerve for us right here. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm good. I was trying to get this screen going, but it's irritating me right now. But we all good though. So it's I don't know what's up with this stream. It's got bugs and everything on this thing, so I'm just gonna fix this out. Um, but I'm good, man. Uh, since I'm a Dallas Wings fan. I'm a Dallas fan all around. AZ Fudd going first. Going first in the draft. That's crazy. Let me see if I can get my media coordinator over here. Yeah, this is crazy. So this is Jerry Jones is not my guy. I be trying to bury Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones don't even own the wings. But anyway, AZ and Page on the same squad with Enrique. Uh, I wish this would have been Lauren Betts. I thought it was gonna be Lauren Betts because we do need size up front. Um, Even if it wasn't Lauren, you could have got me Olivia Miles. Uh, Olivia Miles would have stayed in Dallas. She played at TCU. Hell, you could have drafted Flage. You could have drafted Flage. I would have been fine with that. But um um bro, I don't know, man. I don't know. But to have AZ and Page in the same backcourt, I mean, because they are pretty much one of the same. They're like one of the same type player, like for real. And with the fact that Enrique resigned with the resigned with the team last week, showed that they wasn't going to move away from her. Olivia Miles going to Olivia Miles from TCU is going to Minnesota. That's crazy. That's crazy. I appreciate people joining me, coming watching, starting early today. But my Amazon. Mm. I mean, but I think it's still going to be a good. I think it could be good, but we need the size, and I think Laura Betts would have been a perfect pickup for us. Um, Here's another thing that the Wings could have done. They could have traded down, and they could have got somebody like Medina Okot from South Carolina. They could have got somebody. They could have got um, Gabriela Jaquez from UCLA. They could have got anybody else except for AZ Fudd. And I'm not ripping anything about. I'm not saying anything bad about AZ because she's a hooper. But you don't need another player that's pretty much the same as the player that you got last season in the draft in Paige Beckers. Um, but it's going to be a very interesting. I think it's going to be a very interesting WNBA season. Um, I think it's going to be. Is she the best player on the board? She's one of the. She would have been. She's. I didn't think of her being number one, but I think she was like top 10 on that board. But like I said, you got to go with what you got to go with what you need. You needed size. We needed a center. Um, and then sometimes I always think about this. I always think about this. Who is in the freaking front office? Who is in the front office for the Wings? I just want to know. I just want to know who's in the front office for the Wings. I had to ask that question because uh hey, we ain't gonna talk about that because I ain't gonna don't blame me. Don't blame me. Uh, we'll talk about that in a little bit too. So I'm waiting on for the third pick, and that is from the third pick is for the Seattle Storm. Hmm. Well, waiting on to see where Troy them, my man Troy them at. So I'm trying to see what we can do. We can talk more about this. Uh, Jamal said he is driving right now. So, um, let me see what else we got. And let's talk about this since you on this. Since we on this, all right. Um, Marquise Bell got arrested in Dallas. Um, um, for having possession of marijuana and possession of a controlled substance. Don't know what the controlled substance is. Most times it could be cocaine. Most times, nobody don't use really crack like that, but it could be meth. It could be fentanyl. Um, but a controlled substance, it could be any one of those. It could be any one of those things. But he did get out on his. He did get out on bond. But here's my thing. You just resigned. You just resigned deal for 3-year deal for like $15 million. All right, you got a good with a good signing bonus. So you shouldn't be hurting. And I say that because one of your fellow Rattlers, especially OG Rattler, and Nate Newton, just got pardoned by President Trump for what he had done close to 20 years ago. Right? And I don't know what the extent of how much you had in your vehicle or whatever you had, wherever you was at, but at the same time, Nate Newton, when he got arrested, he was moving weight. The Seattle Storm selects our fam. I don't know who this is. Don't know who that is. And to see, looking at that video, I seen the picture and everything. It was sent to me. I don't know if he was on anything or if he going through something, but at the same time, though, it is something that he can get over, but he's not gonna he looked mugshot, look nothing like Tiger Woods. But he needs to sit down and talk to Nate Newton. And Nate Newton could tell him everything, what he had to endure, what he had to go through. Let me see. Oh, got Troy. What's going on, Troy? Sound like you got.
Am I on here twice? Yeah, I'm on here twice. I don't know what's going on.
You are?
Kick one of them. Kick the one without a camera.
I just see you on here one time. I just see you once. That's it. Where's my brain?
I have no idea how I'm on here twice. Oh, wait. Maybe that's it. I don't know. I'm not sure. Let me hold on. Let me leave out and come back.
All right. Um, let me see. Think. Oh, all right. You on there? You on once? You gonna see yourself one time? You on mute? You on mute? All right. Let me see something. Can I hear? Can you? I can't hear you. All right. Anyway, I was saying,
What about now? Can you hear me now?
all right, I can hear it now. So I don't know what I don't know what Marquise was on or what he. I mean, all I know is that mugshot look real loose sterretish for us here in Dallas.
No, you don't even need to bring that up because that case is closed.
Which one?
Marquise Bell, that case is closed.
Like what? What happened?
Nobody knows. That case never did anything. Before he went to first appearance, that thing closed. Yahoo reported that. They don't know why. The state not saying why. The sheriff not saying why, but that case closed.
All I know is I seen it, but if something like that, he needs to go ahead and talk to Nate Newton. Because Nate Newton was transporting pounds. Nate Newton was transporting weight on I-10 and I-20.
Let me find that link for you.
Jamal said AZ Fug going number one was a lazy pick for the Wings.
I might be agreeing with him.
I said we need the size. I said we need the size.
Where did the young lady from TCU go? Because I'm late.
Irving. Look for intermittent clouds with a high of 82 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 69 degrees.
What do you say?
I put what's going on, Jared? Wow. Well, I was gonna say that, yeah. So on the Marquise Bell thing, yeah, that case is for some reason randomly closed. Nobody knows why. But shout out to y'all sheriff department up there. They real good about documentation, because here that case would have been closed and we wouldn't have never knew about it for probably 2 months.
Hey, I can't say anything about it. I done seen way worse with the Cowboys from back in the 90s.
Oh, I know. I just a lot of you, when it's something like that, you look at the police department kind of strange, like what y'all done did that y'all don't want nobody to talk about this. Because ain't nobody said nothing. It's just closed.
All right, let's see. WNBA draft.
Ooh, the Jaquez girl, she just went.
Yeah, Gabrielle Jaquez went to the Mystics.
Yeah.
Oh no, she went to Chicago. She is at the Chicago Sky.
I think she's a pick for defense. Like, they're going defense, it looked like.
With Dejanay, you got Dejanay. They brought in Dejanay, Skylar Diggins. Who else they bring in?
Skylar Diggins, Azura Stevens, and Dejanay Carrington.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are going to try and defense their way to a championship. They're not wrong, but they could have did this 2 years ago.
I think they should have been doing this when they should have been taking care of business when you
The whole family hoop.
Oh yeah, their whole family hoops, except for one of the younger brothers. He football player. But yeah,
yeah, I think she in her early 30s.
Yeah, she in her 30s. She 30, early 30s, married. She got kids too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she got kids.
From that guy, did he play basketball or football at Notre Dame? I can't remember which one.
She ain't divorced him, is she?
They either separated or going through a divorce.
Oh, damn it. God damn it. Oh yeah, we got season ended yesterday for the NBA. So playing games start tomorrow. Playing games start tomorrow. Just want to see. Said Skylar getting a divorce. Shit. Now, see, this was I just catch on my ESPN. Lauren Betts gets drafted by the Washington Mystics.
Yep.
Which that could have been, if you didn't want to get here's my whole thing with the Wings and whoever's in the Wings front office. Why pick up somebody that is the same as the player that you picked up last season? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where and then what like I think what Jamal was talking about like the other day too was Enrique re-signing with the team, which we could have moved, we could have moved on from her because at the end of the day, this ain't her team no more. This is not her team. So I'm just scratching my head about that. I'm scratching my head about that. I'm trying to figure something out.
So let's all right, I know I'm not gonna do this. Let's give some of these teams, well, let's give all of the WNBA some grace. They just got out of a CBA negotiation. They go from CBA negotiation, national championship, to trying to figure out who the best player in the draft. So I'm gonna cut them a little slack. The top 3 picks, except for the girl from France that I didn't really know anything about, I'll give them some grace on. Now the rest of this draft, from 8 to the end of the first round, that's when we need to see who doing their homework.
So
They got all these expansions except for Tampa. The Tempo is owned by the Toronto Maple Leafs. Toronto fans, I ain't saying this out of disrespect. I'm saying this out of love. Don't expect to win.
They had to be owned by that, and that's the reason why. But see, that's the reason why they got Masai. They got Ujiri. Remember, because he was with the Raptors.
Let me turn this up a little bit. But your layout won't go back?
Kiki Rice from UCLA. Come on, Jamal. I need your expertise in this shit. Is you almost at your destination, brother?
What's that?
I'm talking about, is he almost at his destination?
Hey, some of these young ladies got the memo. They understand that they are a brand. It's a couple of them. It don't matter what your style is. You got to embrace your couture version of yourself. So when you got to get some people together. You can't be a top 3 pick not looking like a top 3 pick. Hey, real quick, what her mom look like?
Who?
Kiki Rice. Yeah, she'll start.
Of course she gonna start. You better start shit. They better start her.
Ooh. I know UCLA coach need to get a contract extension.
Right, she gonna get her full contract extension. I'm just trying to figure out.
Oh, that's what her mom look like. Okay.
Oh man. Said her boyfriend played for OKC. Who cares? Who's the boyfriend? I don't even know. I'm like the OKC fan.
What's going on, Lady T?
Yeah. Kurt Miller is the Anyway, I've seen some. Okay, so
ESPN, Mr. Carroll.
Yeah, it's on ESPN. So I seen some. It was who was it? Was it college football transfer? Let me see something.
Ooh, they picked Raven. But I would not be shocked that they picked Tanaya here.
There is a lot of what do you want to call it, international players coming in. So here's the thing. I just seen this on college transfer portal on their Twitter page. So let's talk about this.
She at work, Jeff. I mean, Jared. She at work.
That bloodhead lady. Oh yeah. FAMU's academic band. I mean, is it an academic band or is it an athletic band? So let's go with athletic band.
It's just an APR violation that led to an
APR violation,
postseason ban.
But here's the thing. So the band has created a transfer loophole that allows other programs to recruit its players.
Hold on, Doc. That's Gerald's story from the Tallahassee Democrat. That college football transfer portal bullshit, that ain't their story. That's Gerald's story. I share all of his stories. They stole it.
Okay, so who was it now? It's Gerald.
Oh God, what's Gerald's last name? Hang on a second.
I know you're talking about because he covered FAMU in Florida State, right? So basically it's saying while the portal is closed right now, any team can come and try to AKA poach the players off of this current team right now.
Say the whole thing. It's a process. They have to contact the coach and ask if they can, or ask for available times to speak to the players. The coach then has to notify the players if they want to be recruited. If they don't want to be recruited, they notify the opposing school, hey, this kid doesn't want to be recruited. That's all it is. It's not people making it seem diabolical. It's not as diabolical as it seems.
Uh-oh. Laje headed to the city. Laje headed from South Carolina all the way to San Fran. I ain't gonna lie to you on this. Kim Oki might be country. Well, Kim Oki is country as hell. But she know how to get the best out of her players. And she get her players to the league though, too. We can't say anything bad about that, right?
Hey, Jared, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. That ain't what she gonna act out about. I didn't say it way worse. I didn't say it way worse. And she'll see. We could have a whole show talking about sports. She will skip over all the sports. And I will say something about Jill Scott or Khalees is the one to get me in trouble. I'll say something about them for 2 seconds. She'll skip over everything else I heard and ask me why I'm just sitting on Instagram looking at Khalees. Because that's the only place I see Khalees at.
So basically said while the transfer portal is closed, the schools can now recruit FAMU players because of the sanctions. Expect a lot of Rattlers to lead the program. Can you expect a lot of players to lead the program? And can Coach Gray get them to stay and buy into his philosophy and into what he's trying to do for the program?
So let's talk about the recent signings, right?
Let's talk about it.
I can't really say about from the players that stood up from the previous administration. The recent players, the ones that I've talked to, are more FAMU than they are football players. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They are. I am all for player movement. These kids are more, and I know they're young men, but these kids are more old school FAMU than the previous 2 head coach players had. And a couple of the ones that stayed are FAMU. But like the new ones and a couple ones that came over with Gray, they're not going nowhere. Because they just FAMU. Now you probably will see a few leave.
Right.
Because let's just be honest, they got sold a bill of goods by the last head coach and it didn't come to fruition. So you may see a few leave. It won't be what everybody is expecting. But anytime you have a fake official looking account saying stuff like that, everybody gets in an uproar. There's nothing to be in an uproar about. Nothing to be in an uproar about. Every player was approached and apprised about this when they were made aware that this was coming down.
Okay.
Oh, little man going on stage. Hey, man, I don't know much about fashion, but it looked like Flage is doing it.
Yeah.
Hey, unlike John Morant, she understands that she is a business woman.
Yeah. I mean, but that's the thing though with about that. Her daddy instilled that. Daddy instilled that into her. But let's get back to this. So I I was on sipping on Sundays. I kind of dipped in on there last minute last night when I got home from work, and I would say what I said last night was what happened with the APR and stuff from the previous administration was a lack of institutional control.
Woo. Can't be just the coach though, and it can't be one AD. It's got to be all three of them. Well,
no, that's what I said. Previous administration. When I mean previous administration, meaning previous president.
Yeah,
because he was the one who had to spearhead this thing. When I say lack of institutional control, it was more of not just hiring this person and this person, but were you trying to make sure that your players stay academically eligible? Did you put in place anything as far as when it like I said, when it comes to compliance? Yes, you gave the AD a job where she got the job on your call because, like y'all said, she wasn't nowhere on the top of the list. But at the same time, she still got, you know what I'm saying? At the same time, she still held the job. Part of her, like you said, like we was talking about this, part of her thing is compliance. She is good at making sure that everybody is certified and doing what they're supposed to do. I don't care about as far as what happened, with the fundraising and stuff like that.
but we have to.
But that's another thing because we ain't worried about the fundraising. If you can fundraise, you can fundraise. But
here's my only pushback with her, right? And this is why, and I say this is for President Robinson as well. Your job isn't just academics. Like the president of FAMU University, Florida A&M, is not just, I need to bring in just fundraising for research. That is not your only job. Your front porch, how people see you. Like this isn't a scandal. A scandal in academics is minor. Like the whole thing with the nursing school and who was passing the state exam to get certified, nobody brought that up. That was not a major thing outside of people here in Florida. FAMU having APR issues went national because that's the front porch of your university. So as the president of the university, no, you're not going to go micromanage athletics, but you are going to hire people in place to take care of all of athletics. Yes, that includes student services, making sure they progress towards a degree. And we need to make sure when we have this conversation, it wasn't just about players failing classes. Players was passing classes. They had great GPAs, but they wasn't progressing towards a degree. All of that is encompassing. So when it comes to that lady, yes, she's a compliance guru, but she also needs to put in place the people in compliance to take care of this, to take care of like Marva said, put the infrastructure in place so there are no failures. There are
Right.
still
But do you think she at that one point in time where when you know, because we remember, let's talk about this. So let's start it off. 2019, FAMU self-reported itself. I mean, you sanctioned yourself. Um, no postseason, no postseason play. Practice time was reduced. Basically, you did what the NCAA was gonna do to you in the first place. Um, let's go back. Let's see what Dr. Robinson was the president at the time. Um, let me see. So he was the president at the time. He served as president from 2017 to 2024. Just like I said, he from Memphis. Let's put it just like that. He from Memphis. Uh, um,
that explained the pistol.
his whole study, what he does is nuclear chemistry, nuclear physics, everything anything that's nuclear. That's his baby. How Here's the thing. How did he become the president?
I honestly don't know that
Because
process.
I see he was when he got to FAMU, he became the director of the Environmental Sciences Institute. In 2003, he became the provost and the vice president for academic affairs, serving all the way up to 2005. And then 2007, he became the university COO and vice president for research and served for several
That's what it was. It was when he became vice president of research.
Yeah, as the school's interim president. And then May 2010, he left the position to become the assistant secretary for conservation and management in the NOAA. So, and then 2011, he came back to FAM as a professor and special assistant. In 2012, he was named provost and vice president for academic affairs. What up, bro? 2012, he was appointed to serve as the university interim president, replacing James Annis. 2016, he was named to a third stint as the interim president, following the approval of the separation agreement with the Elmira Mangum. And then he was named the 12th president 2017 FAMU. So he held the presidency in an interim position for like 3 times. Like you said, he got the job as, part of it was because he was vice president of academic affairs and student affairs, and he was the provost. So that kind of catapulted him to become the head person in charge. But at the same time, did you really want the job? Because if you didn't want the job, you could have said, hell no, I don't want the job.
He wanted the job because he had to, because he was, when you're interim, they typically don't allow you to apply for the job.
Right. It's the same thing with us at Jackson. When you're interim, they don't want you to apply for the job.
They allowed him to apply for the job. He also, like, I don't want to take no. He brought in research dollars. Like, we can't. Like, I'm not going to discredit anything that he did. He brought in research dollars. I think the impression from the people that I spoke with was that he wanted to focus on. Let me say this: FAMU is a huge academic brand, and he wanted to focus on
Mm-hmm.
that academic brand. He was not so comfortable with athletics and all the things that involve athletics, right?
Okay.
So we can understand that he ain't the only one. There was a couple presidents at Florida State that was not comfortable with athletics. They ran into some some little problems, but they got people in place to kind of handle that.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing here is that is we yes, I'm blaming the people that are in power that should have taken care of this. But I also need to make sure people know the academic support staff has not been fully staffed from quite some time. So the real time reporting that you would normally have the people to make sure everything was in place, you didn't have that.
Mm-hmm.
So what has happened is that these kids are falling through the cracks because you don't have the staff to take care of the job. And I don't care what anybody says, oh, these other schools are low resources, and you are still flying by the skin of your neck. This does not happen if you put the people in place. And here's the funny part about the state of Florida, right?
Right.
You have to go, because this is now a big scandal. You now have to go back before the Board of Governors, because FAMU always got to explain what the fuck is going on at FAMU to the Board of Governors, even though the Board of
Sunshine Laws,
Governors,
right?
yeah, even though the Board of Governors don't want to acknowledge that they need to cut a check. But FAMU has to go to the state and say, hey, we need money to fill these positions.
Mm-hmm.
And if they can't get the positions filled full time, we need money to train willing volunteers or willing students. And again, I'm just throwing stuff out here to man these positions so this does not happen. Everybody has all these thoughts. This is the simplest thing in any business. I have a department that does not have the employees that I need to be successful. I need to get these employees so that we can make sure that this doesn't happen again. So listen, it's a ugly blight on the university. But they're gonna get through it. They've been through it, they're gonna get through it. The goal now is to make sure it never happens again. And you can do that by putting people in place. That's it. It is, and I know I make it sound simple because I ain't the one that's got to fill out the paperwork to send it to the state to get it in the budget.
Mm-hmm.
But Marva has asked them, I think, for $63 million in funding for this upcoming funding. So we should know they should complete the budget sometime in June.
Yeah.
So like early July, we'll know where we stand as far as funding with the school is concerned. I don't know. And this is another thing I heard a couple people say. Well, the former AD should have just asked for the boosters to pay for those positions. I don't know if that's allowed. Like, I think you can fundraise for a lot of stuff. I don't know if that's allowed for those support positions. I'm not sure that's allowed. But the state, without a doubt, should be making sure, because if you got the audacity to sit up there in that Board of Governors meeting and go, what happened? You need to be okay with saying how many people you need and how much it's going to cost. and cut the check. Fuck your political affiliations. Whatever you feel about FAMU, how much it's gonna cost, and cut the check. Because there are some people who are not in favor of people like me who want to see FAMU succeed because it's in their political best interest. I'm gonna say it that way.
Mm-hmm.
So this ain't on the board of trustees. This comes down to how much it's gonna cost. Are y'all gonna cut the check? And if they don't cut the check, it is incumbent on FAMU to make it be known. This was our request. This was denied. This was the reason was given. And we'll take it from there. Because there are elections coming up.
Right. There's midterm elections this year.
Well, we got a primary coming up, and
right. But it's still, we call it midterms here.
Oh yeah. So there are some prominent people, I won't name names, who for them need to look good to FAMU. And I know for a fact they making phone calls to see how they can look good to FAMU.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny to me, and I'll tell you why it's funny to me offline. But yeah, this whole thing is funny. So we'll see how this play out.
Raven Johnson got drafted, taken by the Indiana Fever.
Oh, Tina Thompson. She's so fine. I'm sorry, y'all. What's going on, Mr. Hunt? Right now, can't her man fight right now?
Well, like I said,
it's gonna be okay. And I know
I
a lot of people
think it's gonna be okay because I think here's my thing. I think every school perseveres through any type of turmoil or trouble. But you always gotta, you gotta be realistic. Can FAMU bounce back from this type of I can't really, I don't know if I want to call it a debacle, but that's what it's what it sounds like.
It's a debacle. It is a debacle. It's a failure in leadership. This is what that is.
That's what I'm saying. Here's the thing. Just like you said, the academic squad that's supposed to help these players get to be in the right class and stuff like that. Not put them in a simple class so they can be eligible to play on the field, but actually put them in a class to where it goes towards their academic, the degree requirement. Because I think I said this last night. I don't want to the other day. Football coaches at big schools or schools that win a lot don't want their players to be in hard majors. They don't want them to take hard majors. Where's all these black French ladies coming from? Hey, yo. I'm just saying. But to my point, I don't want to have a dude. I don't want to have a player on my team that's in kinesiology. You know, that's a kinesiology major. That's too.
Okay, John Cooper.
That's too easy. You know what I'm saying?
I get it. No, I get it. All right. So Marlo was an engineering major. All of the
Oh,
football
okay.
players, yeah, all the football players that I knew, Marlo
Where'd
was
you
an
go?
engineering major. Jamie was an engineering major. Brew was a construction engineering major. So those are all the FAMU football players that I knew about.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say it was a couple other ones. One was a mathematician. What was Larry? I can't remember what Larry was. Larry tutored me in in Cal too. So I think Larry was a math major. But FAMU is one of those institutions to where if you are a smart guy, you can be successful at FAMU.
Yeah.
They it's not like I use the Ohio State as an example because people
That's
don't
why you
think
say. That's why you was calling me John Cooper.
John Cooper because Robert Smith was well on his way to being a two-time All-American, and he had to quit football because John Cooper had an issue with him being a pre-med major. I ain't bring you here to be a doctor, son. And then he went to USC and got drafted by the Minnesota Vikings. So,
I
you
thought
know,
I thought he got drafted by the Vikings from Ohio State.
he went to USC. Left Ohio State, went to USC, got drafted out of USC. That is, and that was a long time ago. So when these people tell you, "Oh, these are students first," it's not. It's not.
Because interdisciplinary studies is none but a fancy way of saying general studies.
Yeah.
That's all it is. All you doing is
Did he transfer
taking.
to Stanford? I thought it was USC. Hold on.
Yeah, he transferred. Okay, he transferred to Stanford. Mm. Um, why you think? I mean, for me, because it all you doing is just taking. All you doing is just taking your basic courses. Interdisciplinary studies is nothing but a glorified way of saying it's general studies. I mean, you do that to keep yourself eligible. You get that, you tab that, you get that major, which is basically you're undecided. That's what I'm saying. It's an undecided major. That's all it is. General studies is done but undecided until you really pick what you want to do. I mean, if you can't pass none of your basic classes, is it because that's all it is. That's all it really all it is. Is not that is nothing but a glorified way of saying it's a general studies class.
And there should never be. And don't get me wrong. So in Florida, we have something called special student admissions, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you don't. Let's say you don't qualify the normal way to be in the university. So they have something called special student admissions, and I don't know if it's still a thing, but this is back in the day.
Hey, look
You,
at Miss O'Connor. She got that suit working going. She got that suit and
um,
tie working.
but all of these special waivers, if you're not getting a special student admissions just to be a regular student, not a athlete, it shouldn't be you should not have a special waiver. Because if you have a special waiver, that means where you came from,
Mm-hmm.
you were not progressing towards your degree. And so now you're gonna come here and progress towards your degree. And I know this is gonna be hard for y'all to hear because everybody want to be the institution of second chances, and I'm one of them. I'm one of them people that believe you should give people second chances. However, the current environment that we exist in now does not allow for you to do that anymore. You can do that in the 90s and the 2000s and the 2010s. You can't do that no more. The resources for HBCU institutions, as long as these conservative parties are leading your state, those resources are becoming tighter and tighter and tighter. So you don't get a chance to make a misstep. You know, back in the day, you make a misstep, you got 3 or 4 players to keep it moving. Not anymore. Yeah, special talent. Yeah, special talent admit. This is gonna sound wrong. If he ain't coming with $3 million, if them grades and that progression ain't right, and there is a clearinghouse so you know where they are in their academic progression. No, you got to say no.
Right.
I always want to offer young kids opportunities, but sometimes
I'm sorry. The thing about Myron Rowe, you know what I'm saying, for him to do what he did and still play college football, go to he went to Oxford, right?
He went to Oxford after he left.
He went to Oxford after he graduated from Florida State. You know, before he get there, play with the Tennessee Titans for a couple of years, to go do what he do, and the man came out better than, I think he just came out better than ever. Like,
the world is better because he became a doctor. Like,
oh yeah, let's talk about that. The back, yeah.
Why did it have to be African American studies? That was my thing. It could have been any other class.
It could have been any other thing.
They had to make it academic African American studies. Is that her mama? Hey, go back to Ocott mama. Yeah, Myron was different. He was a very different athlete.
As a Rhodes Scholar. And he was blessed to get that. And he went into what, neurosurgery?
Yeah, he's a neurosurgeon.
So what's the point? What's the deal? The man graduated college damn near in 3 years. And it still was all ACC. It was all ACC and everything, and Mr. Seminole.
I love college football. I love Florida State football. Florida State football was beneath him. Football was beneath him, EA. He would have never, like, you can play football as a young man. He can be a doctor until he's 65 plus. Football was beneath him. And look at all he done been down to Gainesville talking to the kids in the correctional center. Like, we are better because he became a doctor. Football would have made his shine less. His star wouldn't have been as bright.
I even like players that's business administration, anything business. Like, they're telling me that you want to be challenged. You know what I'm saying? and you don't want to take no short. You don't want to take no shortcuts either.
We always want the guy to just do just enough to make sure he stay on the field.
Mm-hmm.
No, you need to do that and then some. You need to do. Plan B was always football, as my mom used to say. Athletics is plan
Right.
B. Plan A is to get your degree. And even in this era of NIL, we should talk about that Lenore Sellers thing in a minute. Even in the era of NIL, academics is still first because your body will break down. Your mind will be there for a very long time.
Yeah. It said what's the word that says that you once you take that first hit, your body begins to it'll never be the same. When you take that first hit or you give that first hit, your body is never the same.
Here's one more reality check. Remember, when Myron Rolle had got to Florida State, we weren't too far removed from a young player dying at Florida State. So all of that has an impact. God dang, did we not know UCLA had a mob squad?
They was. Hey,
I
was one game.
You know how you know, but I ain't really know. Hey man, listen. I gotta go turn my AC off because I done got my AC blowing the way I want to in the tent. It done got cold in here. Give me a second. I'm straight for the summer. Hold on.
Oh Lord. But nah, man, when you think about it, I don't. If I'm FAMU, first and foremost, if kids you want to leave out, you are more than welcome to leave out. You are more than welcome to leave out if you want to. You want to be seen. You want to go to the postseason bowl game and postseason games and stuff like that. You are more than welcome to do that. But for the ones that are staying, before we get to the ones that staying, but the ones that leaving out, make sure that you are gearing yourself towards success. Make sure that you are you are taking your classes towards your academic, your degree program. Making sure that you are going to graduate on time. And for the ones that are staying, hold your fellow brethren accountable. If you know he ain't going to class, and you don't want to be sitting on with an APR again, hey, it's time. You tell them, take your ass to class. Go sit in the front row. It's time for these. It's time for the new president who says that even though this wasn't done under my watch, we would never have this again on my watch. And she meant that too.
Y'all want to hear something that's not going to be popular in our circles right now? I kind of like Marvel.
Uh-oh. He drinking the juice, y'all.
Listen. So first off, I'm old school. When FAMU people tell me she FAMU, and I know it's a lot of people with them t-shirts. I'm not finna say what them t-shirts is. I know it's a lot of people with them t-shirts. I go from what she wanted to do, and you heard Keith say I'm being nice. When she wanted to do it. She wanted to do it before. But when I found out after Classic she wanted change, and they had to talk her down. That's what the faithful wanted.
But here's the thing: why talk her down when she said she want to change? She see what's going on. You get what I'm saying, though? If you're the incoming president, I'm just saying, Troy, Troy White, he's the new incoming president of Florida State University, right?
Head coach going day one. Go
Troy
ahead.
White,
You already know.
And he's looking around the campus. He's interacting with all the people. He's talking to the big wigs. He's talking to the board of trustees and stuff like that for Florida State. He's talking to everybody in the administration. He sees what's going on. He goes over to the athletics part of it. You see what's going on in the athletics. You talk to the coaches, football, basketball, baseball, whatever, whatever. You see all this, and you say, Florida State shouldn't be like this. I'm cleaning the fucking house.
And she did.
I'm cleaning the house. I don't need the stench. What she's telling everybody, don't matter how she got. First of all, it don't matter how she got up in there. She is in there right now. There's something that you can't stop. She is there. She is sitting in that president's seat, and she try to look fly, look good with it. But best believe, don't step on her heels. She gonna get on your ass. But you get what I'm saying? Like she went around, like you said, classic weekend. It's Florida Classics weekend. She went around even before she even set foot in Orlando. She was on campus trying to figure out what's going on. She's trying to get the pulse of the campus, right? Y'all might not like how she got up in that joint, but she's in there. But she's in there.
Listen,
And the first thing that y'all do is talk her off her legs and talking about getting rid of every fucking body. Because if it was me, I would not even say nothing. I'd be like, hey, do your thing, dog.
I'll say this. If it's Florida State, yes, I'm cleaning the athletic department house. I am sitting down. Well, again, Florida State boosters are not unlike FAMU boosters and alumni, right? When it comes
we all know that.
Right.
I mean, the money is different.
Yeah, it's just the difference in money, right? I'm sitting down with the head booster and said, this is what's going to happen in the next 24 to 48 hours. Well, I'm going to ask, how much time you need to start your campaign when I make this move? Because this move is happening, and I don't care if you leak it, right? And then I make the move, and I start a fundraising campaign. What happened at FAMU? They made the move.
You started a whole fundraising campaign, right?
Reports start coming out. Yeah,
from the time she walked in the door, right? She started a whole campaign fundraiser.
There was a campaign fundraiser, but when they made that hire with Quinn Gray, they started a whole campaign that lasted 30-some days?
30, yeah, like the first month of the year.
And ended up, I think it was like 230,000, something to that effect, right? That was raised in a short amount of time. Again, if you tell FAMU boosters and fans what the plan is, they will give dollars. Same thing in Florida State. Once we know the plan, we move in lockstep. No matter how they feel about the process of you getting there. You've seen the 220 Club. Them people put their arms around her. Mm-hmm. If we know the plan, we get in line, we follow the plan. Because all you need to do at FAMU is be good at your job. Yeah. And we follow the plan. If you great, you are a legend. People talk about their alums that talk about their presidents And it's 3 presidents that they talk about. I'm a this kid, I'm a that kid, I'm a this kid. And them 3 presidents have mythic stories. We talk about them like Greek gods, right? Nobody hiding Humphreys, but we talk about them like Greek gods. This is the same situation. All she got to do is be good at her job. Make sure this don't happen again. And if she's great at her job, and if she get these $63 million this summer, they might not let me at the damn parking lot no more. Cause I'm gonna be like, I know what we said, but results. We're getting results. So I mean, I know where everybody is. I know how everybody feels. And again, for people who are new, like I am not, because I went to Florida State, it's some FAMUans that don't accept me because I went to Florida State. And I understand that for the reasons of history. I understand all that. I know damn well this AC did not just turn back on its own. So all of that going on, it's gonna be okay. The dark clouds, they form. We on the other side of the dark clouds. The sanctions already came down. We're on the other side. Now is put everything in place, make sure it don't happen again, and make sure the board of governors.
Hey, yo, time out. Flage just got traded to Seattle.
What?
For Suarez.
Let me call Jamal. I don't know where he at. He need to be on the show.
Yeah,
I need
Mom said he think grandma.
Oh, okay.
He said he'll jump on. But
hello?
They just traded Flage. Just that quick.
See that? She wasn't gonna fit in there. Look, Nat don't like Flash. That's why I always said that Raven would have been better in Golden State, because Nat, 1, develops guards, and 2, she likes blue collar hard nosed guards. Suarez from UCLA is a blue collar hard nosed guard. That works. I anticipate more trades to come because Washington got entirely too many damn bigs over there.
Yeah.
Come on.
So that makes sense to me.
Well,
and I was just hoping. I was like, hey, if Flage go to Chicago, Sky gonna cuss her out in 2 weeks. And I just didn't want Raven with damn corn eaters, and I'm about to cuss one of them out already on Twitter.
Come on to the show, man. When you get done, man, come on to the show.
Yeah, let me wrap this up. I just gave her food. Let me clean up. I'm coming. I was trying to say they crash off a second, but this shit pissing me off.
You might well come on and and crash out with us right now.
All right. We are at pick 19, and Tanaya is still not off the board.
Tanaya Latson.
Yeah. I know she gonna get drafted, or I hope she gets drafted. Wow. I don't know. I wonder if her height is giving her some issues because she's more of a wing than she is a point guard.
I mean, her height ain't nothing. She 5'9". Oh man. But yeah,
Mr. Hunt,
I understand where you come from. Like you this type of this my president, this my president. I don't know. I ain't never been like that. The only president is only 2 presidents I done been with in my time at Jackson State, and that was Dr. Lyons and Dr. Mason. That's it.
That is strictly a FAMU thing. That is not like in Florida State. I came in with Dallenberg, but that was not like that's not a thing. Oh, I'm a that's not what we do at Florida State. FAMU at Florida State, we don't talk about our freshman year. We talk about the year we graduated or the time that we was at Florida State. FAMU, they talk about their freshman class because your freshman class is your freshman class. Who you came in with won't change. When you graduate, that may fluctuate between the people you went to school with, but who you came in with won't change. And that is something that I think is special about FAMU because I know a bunch of people who didn't finish at FAMU, but their affiliation is still with FAMU because when they came into FAMU. So that's a beautiful thing.
Hey man, I love my freshman class. Freshman class in 1997, one which includes my own cousin at Jackson State. What it is.
So everybody from UCLA got drafted.
Shit, that's the whole starting five right there. They got like 6 players. Hold on. 6? Shit. Oh.
I want to ask a question about Charlize Legger Walker, but I'm not going to ask that question.
So the solutions. So like you said, solutions for the solutions for the problem is basically getting everybody in place. Not and it, like I said, it's just not making sure the kids go to class, but those other kids that transfer out, they have to be mindful that they have to go to class and stay on the track of their degree requirements and stuff like that. And then again for that for President Johnson, shoot, just hold everybody's feet to the fire.
100%.
That's the only way you can do that. That's the only way you can get yourself out of this situation. Quinn Gray can only do what he can do as far as being a head football coach of the team and making sure that just making sure that you know the kids that are still there at FAMU that they actually just progress and become, and grow as a young man and as a team as a whole.
I haven't had them on the show yet because I want some of the players, because I've talked to some of the players. I want them to get their feet wet because you just got here. Like, I want them to get their feet wet, and then before camp, we'll have them on the show. But I've talked to some of the guys, and they have good heads on their shoulders, good family backgrounds. I think FAMU is going to be okay moving forward, provided they get the things in place. Because this doesn't happen if at the beginning of the semester you are going on, okay, you need to take these classes here to stay on track for your degree.
Mm-hmm.
And I think somebody told me, I don't remember who. It also comes into play that if you got a player that's 2 years in and decide, oh, I want to change my major, and now he got a whole different set of requirements, you got to be careful with that. So prior to the semester, make sure you get advisement on what you need to take. I'm sorry, not advisement. Make sure you get enrolled into the classes that you need to take to continue along your graduation track.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, let's just keep it a buck. As a regular student, when I was in school, I took 4 classes that were both for fun and grade boosters. I took fundamental techniques of bowling 1 and 2. Oh, I took more than that. Fundamental techniques of basketball, fundamental techniques, football 1 and 2. I took 5 classes that had nothing to do with programs of medical science. As an athlete, you can't do that. FAMU is a very strong academic institution. If the state of Florida would have allowed them more resources, I probably would have been at FAMU. But because Florida is Florida, I was not able to go to FAMU. So, but yeah, Florida A&M is a very strong active. I'm about to say something nice about them boot skins. Florida A&M, Florida State, and Florida are very strong academic institutions in the state of Florida. USF too a little bit. Are very strong academic institutions. I'm not saying anything bad about UCF or the IBIS. I think the IBIS might be strong. But UCF, I don't know for sure how strong their academics is at UCF. But them schools that I named, very strong institutions. Very, very strong institutions. And it's heavily rooted in research, education. So again, like somebody else said, Florida A&M has a very large teaching program. So some of this stuff is out of the should not happen. I shouldn't say out of the ordinary. A lot of this stuff shouldn't happen because you got the resources there, and it ain't free, but it's lower cost. So, and if we think about your 2 major revenue generating sports, it's a business. And if you think of it as a business, you have to do the things you need to do to take care of the labor, which is the players. Because if the players' academics are out of whack, they can't play on the football field, now you have a problem. So you need to put the things in place to make sure that you are protecting the business. Because make no bones about it, not going to the Celebration Bowl cost you money. That goes for every school. If you don't go to the Celebration Bowl, you just missed out on a payday. It ain't the same as if somebody else go, because the school that go get more money than the rest of the institutions in the conference. That's a different split. So you got the Celebration Bowl is the goal. It costs you money when you don't get there. Same for basketball. If you don't get to the NCAA tournament, you're losing money.
You losing money, but you still gonna gain money just because somebody else is gonna go to the tournament.
Oh yeah, no, you just don't. It just ain't the same. Like and I want to make sure for everybody. Oh, well, it's FAMU. FAMU still getting that disbursement for whoever go to the Celebration Bowl. That's still coming home, but it's just not as much. It's just not as much. So.
What I call Kelsey Plum a calming presence? I don't think so.
Y'all sure y'all want me on the damn show today?
Tonight is going to the Sparks.
That's fine. But fuck whoever in LA thought it was smart to bet the whole fucking franchise on Cam Brink. Don't get me wrong. Cam Brink is a fine ass white woman to look at. She is not the person that you bet your goddamn franchise on. You got Love Knuckle. Knuckle is 37. I love Plum Dog. Plum Dog is also in her late 30s. You let the most complete player in the 2024 draft go to motherfucking Chicago.
Rakia Jackson.
And for people that go, you know what you're talking about. She was scoring at 3 levels from jump. The only reason why she was not in serious contention for Rookie of the Year is because her coach was a fucking jackass. I'm going on mute before I get pissed off some more.
What? We need to see Lats and Mama.
I think they look like twins, boss. Honestly. Latson to LA to play behind Kelsey Plum and Area Atkins. That's a good move. The Atkins trade is not what's bothering me. It's who they traded for Atkins is what's bothering me. And
Right.
yes, Twitter. Jackson don't play good defense. Nobody on that damn team played good defense. But if you can teach somebody fucking defense, you know how long it's gonna take you to teach somebody 6'6" to shoot threes? It's never gonna fucking happen. And some of these picks don't make no damn sense. And a lot of these kids are about to get traded. Because why the fuck does Washington have like 12 post players?
Mm.
But I'm happy Latson is off the board. The two people that I honestly wanted to go in the first round are off the board, which is Raven and today. I
Raven
that
to
ain't,
Indiana.
I'm already started cussing them the fuck out. They might as well block me now. That
Shout out
AZ
to my
Fudd
man Ray
pick.
Rogers.
That AZ Fudd pick for number one was lazy, and yeah, I said it. Send me the hate mail. I got time.
Mama Lats.
Hmm?
Good.
Offside and everything.
See, they look like twins, don't they? I'm gonna take that as a yo.
Listen,
It's Ole Miss players getting drafted.
I mean,
Cody
Cody,
McMahon.
Cody McMahon getting drafted was a gimme. Like anybody that left on the board past the first round was an asshat. Cause she's another one. She scored 3 levels. She can put the ball on the ground. She plays good defense. She does not stop. Motor don't stop running. She don't quit. She don't care if they up 100 or down 75. She gonna keep playing.
Mm.
Man, they getting these picks in. NBA, take notes. NBA will wait till the clock is at 0-0 and then be like the pick is in. Well, duh, ho.
Shout out to Alabama State getting their dorms up. They
Listen, I'm jealous of anybody that's in college right now who dorm is close to the football field. We suffered so y'all can be amazing. We crawled and now y'all spring.
and
You should say thank you.
that ain't even the actual that ain't even the actual game field. That's their practice field.
No, the game field downtown, right?
No, the game field is on campus. Is off the freeway.
Oh, okay. But well, that's mainly to them kids and fam. They get to just look out their window and see bread. Some of us had to walk from the set or phase.
So, but like you said AZ Fudd going number one to the Wings
Was lazy.
was lazy
It was a
because
lazy pick because that team has a
I think you could have traded down in the draft and got
no. I wouldn't have traded down.
you
I
would
would have
have
either drafted Lauren Betts or Alway Finley. they have a deficiency at center. Tierra McCowan has been in the league like 4 years, and she is not a dominant center. She's 6'9". They had 6'9" Tierra McCowan, and they had 6'8" Kalani Brown, and did not win games. So you got Rike there, you got
Maybe
Paige there.
call back Liz Cambage.
Man, if Liz come back, we gonna see a fight every night for real. Man, Liz enjoys her good tussle.
I still laugh at when she got clocked by old girl in that well, was that a scrimmage or was that was a scrimmage, right?
That was a scrimmage when she got clocked upside her head by the girl from Nigeria.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a scrimmage, but she had been asking for it.
Yeah, she was asking for it.
She literally had been asking for it, man. Justine Prescott from Vanderbilt.
So here's the thing though, with AZ Fudd, what is going to be her position?
But that is why I'm saying that. Even if they would not have picked Lauren Banks and they would have got Olivia Miles, perfect. You can give Miles the one, you can let Rike play two, and you can push Paige to three because she can put the ball on the floor and she got height.
And she can slash to the back.
Right, she can slash, she understands set ball screens, she can set on ball screens. That would have been a scrappy lineup. That lineup would have won games because it creates matchups, right? Until you play somebody like Vegas, who has Jackie playing the three. I think they say Jackie is 6 foot. I feel like Jackie actually might be a true 6 foot. But that might be the only team, and maybe Atlanta because Ryan Howard plays the three there. Those might be the only teams that you can match up with. But in other places, that's an elite matchup. Paige gonna drop threes all night.
Come out for screen, drop threes all night. So here's the thing too. If you're Indiana Fever, you just drafted Raven Johnson. She's a natural point guard, pure point guard.
Yep.
You take the ball out the hands of Caitlin Clark and let her come off for screens.
So the problem with that is, where is Kelsey Mitchell gonna go? Kelsey Mitchell has to score. She has to have the ball in her hands to score. Where is Kelsey gonna go? And you have paid her $1.4 million. So what are you gonna do? Because Raven is a point guard. Raven is not a shooting guard. Raven is a point guard. That is also outside of them dumbass fans. Why I'm like, that ain't gonna work. But then you look at Minnesota got who they needed. They needed a point guard. They got a point guard. Now Courtney Williams can go to the 2. Olivia Miles can play 1. Fee, when she come back, can play 3. They got what they need. So that again, some of these picks don't make sense.
Yeah. Medina O'Connor going to Atlanta.
Absolute surprise.
It fits right well because now you can put Angel at her natural position at the 4.
I did not expect her to go first round.
I figured she's gonna go to the first round. She had, she can rebound the ball. What, she averaged 10 rebounds a game at South Carolina. She really didn't have to score, but she did average 12 points also. So she could be a double machine if she wanted to. Just to have both of them could get 10 rebounds.
The only reason why I didn't expect her to go first round is not that she's not a first round talent.
Mm-hmm. But I think they saw potential.
They see the potential because she struggled this season, but the potential is there. I honestly more so would have liked her in Chicago because their assistant coach LT can develop people.
Mm-hmm.
But Atlanta makes sense because they now have to find a replacement for Brittany Griner. And the WNBA is the reverse of women's college basketball. Women's college basketball, you don't win if you don't have a dominant post player. But in the WNBA, extremely
You
talented
gotta
and
have guard
gifted
play.
post players are rare though. You can count the talented gifted centers in this league probably on one hand. So it's a literal reverse. It's very guard and wing heavy in the league. But teams that have solidified post players are often the ones that win championships. It's weird. Vegas, a solidified post player, they won a championship. When Seattle was winning championships, bona fide post player. Same thing with LA. Same thing with
Oh yeah, with Seattle because they had Lauren Jackson for a long time
yes, they
though.
had Lauren Jackson. Seattle, LA had Lisa Leslie. And when they didn't have Lisa Leslie, they had Candace Parker
And Candace
playing like
Parker.
that 4 or 5 spot. You look at when Phoenix was winning, Phoenix had Brittany Griner. Vegas now is winning. They have Asia. When Chicago won that year, who was this? I can't even think of her name. No, Candace Parker played center
Candace
there
Parker
too.
playing center in
Yeah,
Chicago.
she played center in Chicago there too. So it's a reverse. But if you're a team that has a gifted and talented center, you gonna be hard to beat, especially in playoff time.
Mm-hmm. Got a question for Jamal. We've been talking. Me and Troy were talking about this. What's next for FAMU football? You gonna see some players get talked to by some other coaches from other teams. What do you expect from what Coach Gray gonna try to do, and what do you expect President Johnson gonna do as far as making sure that this shit don't happen again? And now don't take
Johnson has the pony up to the table. All that shit she been talking about infrastructure building. Here's your motherfucking chance. You and your ball headed ass AD. So now they got to shit or get off the fight. That is what it is. The people that are probably going to leave, I am being 100% honest. Troy gonna probably text me and say, "Now, why you said that when we done?" Are probably going to be the ones that would have had us in this situation again next year, and I'm perfectly fucking okay with it.
Have they ever thought about doing? I think this is what Dion, and then of course this is what TC does. Getting players, if you want, players transferred in that are pretty much graduate players. Because after once you're a grad player,
Yeah, so the issue with graduate players is when you have graduate players that are graduate students, but they're not progressing towards their graduate degree. They
mm,
are just simply there. You would think that the graduate guys are the guys that are leading the charge to take your ass to class and do your homework. But in every situation, that's not the case. It has to be community building, right? We have
mm-hmm.
one of the best college educations in the country. Hell, some of the best teachers I've ever had have come out of family college education. Those kids need student teachers out. Guess who need tutors? The football team. You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah, I
Y'all
see where
need
you going.
tutors. They need hours. There you go, right? But also for the guys that's coming in, y'all have to. If you have deficiencies, it's okay. Like I'm not being funny when I say that. It is perfectly okay. But you have to be adult enough. You have to be strong enough to be like, hey man, look, I fucking suck in math. That's fine. You majoring in social work anyway. We just need you to get through these 2 damn math classes.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have to voice your deficiency so people can get you help. But if you sit in study hall like a lump on the ass and say, "Hey, I'm good, I got it," and then you failing, that's on you.
Mm.
And basement, you have to go to class. It's student athlete. You gotta go to class. So it can be fixed. It can be turned around. I know and I believe that it'll be turned around. This ain't our first time with a postseason ban. The last time it was just self-imposed. Janaya Barker is going to Vegas. There we go. So back up for Asia. So I think we'll be fine. But those guys got to be honest, and coaching staff has to identify the guys that are gonna put us in this situation. And I honestly don't think it's hard. You know, dudes who don't go play, you know them. They say it all the time. You gotta hold them accountable. But teammates also have to hold each other accountable.
Right.
When I was in high school, again, I can say this: math was not my strong suit. Math didn't become my strong suit until I got to college. I didn't even realize I was good at math until I got to college, and my professor said, "You good at math? You just struggle with the way they taught it." But I also had teammates in high school like bro, I'd be like, man, I gotta go to study hall. I'm gonna be late to practice. Cool, we got you. I had a teammate that was exceptional enough. Used to look over my homework. But I was also strong enough to be like, man, listen. I can write all y'all papers. I can do all your other homework. I'm not fucking with this shit.
Yeah.
You gotta hold yourself accountable. Your teammates gotta help you hold yourself accountable, and coaches gotta be honest with these guys. You're not going to class. You also ain't going to the NFL. You have a better chance of being the pilot of the Artemis mission #4 than going to the NFL. So go to class.
In other
And
words,
that's just how I feel about it.
take your ass to class.
Take your ass to class.
Now let's talk about. Let me see. Talk about what else. I'm gonna get my takeaways from Saturday on the blue and white game, which was actually on campus instead of at the vet. So I like that. Um, um, Mr. Lockhart gonna be Mr. Lockhart. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
Troy hasn't said a word. Troy just been letting me crash the fuck out all on my lonesome.
Troy been eating.
And still ain't said a word. Look over
Troy
that
on
children.
mute.
Hey, what people don't understand about this diabetes is you be eating all the time. Like all
What
the
you
time.
it better be something healthy.
I grill some chicken.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that blonde haired lady ain't here, so I ain't eating no vegetables. I just want me some chicken.
Sound about right. Hell, what took me? So y'all know my grandma Nandi, right?
Mm-hmm.
My grandma's little brother came to see her today. You know how old he is?
What, 87?
82.
There you go.
So I get home from work trying to figure out why all these damn people in my yard in this bill. Yeah, so she had a good day.
Mm. But I like what I see with Mr. Lockhart. You know what I'm saying? They didn't do too much they didn't do too anything too special because it's spring. It's spring practice. It's spring, that's all it is. It's a glorified spring practice. Um uh Now running back is what we trying to figure out who's gonna be the next running back, who's gonna be the next Mr. 1,000 yards for Jackson State. Of course, we all know Ahmad took his talents up to the great white north of Western New York in Syracuse, even though he's gonna be playing in the dome. Uh, Z Spearman.
That man said he gonna make sure his players get a job after they leave.
I mean, man, whoever bought that blue and white WNBA windbreaker jacket today in a 3X, fuck y'all. Hope you stub your fucking toe. The shit went on sale at 10 a.m. I log in at 10:15 to get my shit and it's gone. So all of us don't sit in front of a laptop and can just order shit all day, you raggedy motherfuckers.
I know I was the only one with the camera on, but I'm finna eat the rest of this chicken. Sorry, no disrespect.
Sarah Williams going to from UConn is staying at home in Connecticut. Too bad you're gonna be moving to Houston in a little bit.
Man, Houston is lit. She'll be fine. Who the hell wants to be in Connecticut? People from Connecticut don't even want to be in Connecticut.
Cannot coach big.
I think that is the hardest position to coach right there.
Mm-hmm.
And coaching, coaching big, the post players is the hardest thing to coach. You can't coach the height,
Nope.
but if they ain't got footwork and they not strong, upper body, it ain't it'll never work. Let me continue on. Nate Blunt looks like a goddamn man amongst boys. Rory Harmon going to the Mystics. Ooh. I'm gonna call it for next season. I'm gonna call it next season. Madison Booker gonna be number 1 draft pick next season.
Potentially, if nobody else comes out.
She'll be
I know Vic Schaefer was scratching out because she didn't make the All American team, but I understand why she didn't make the All American team. Roy Harmon is a true point guard, but she did not set the tone for Texas. If she would have a good game and they would still lose. And everybody saw that. What the fuck is that, LA? You know what? They making it hard for me to be a damn fan.
Oh, she could shoot the 3 for her son.
But why are we drafting 3-point shooters when we got Derek and Hedman and Plum and Ariake? Why are we draft? Why? This is what happens when you get a coach to leave to come coach your team 3 weeks before the college season starts. This is what fucking happens.
I seen some things as far as with the defense for Jackson State. Defense looked good for Jackson State. Even though I think they will miss Jeremiah Williams being in that middle. I think he's going. I think the defense. You're going to see more pressure on the outside with the defensive ends because they're true defensive ends with their hand in the ground. And you should see somebody, what we used to call it, party in the backfield. That's the type of defense I like. We have a party in the backfield. Let's go.
I don't think the Portland Fire want to win any fucking games this season.
Let's see what else. Receivers look good. And I know we're gonna get more coming in after probably after May when players report back to back on campus for the summer. So we should see more players come in. And that's all. And I think that's all.
That's for everybody.
Yeah, that's all around.
Because a lot of the freshmen, like true freshmen that you sign, if they not like out of a Houston or ATL or something like that, they don't get to enroll early. They have to wait till May when they done to get to campus.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, I hate to derail the pod, but my AC is no longer on the house tower. and it is blowing out of control. Oh, this
What you
summer about to
got?
be lit. Big summer.
What you
I'm
got
about to be back at.
on your solar panel?
It's on the solar panel. That's what I'm saying. It's
Oh
on the
yeah.
solar panel. I didn't put everything on the solar panel just yet. I'm waiting on another inverter and another battery. But
Oh,
Excuse me.
Hey, and if you make that your excess electricity, they should be sending you a check.
So with this, okay, so here with Tico with the solar, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't my bill, I don't have a bill per se until December. I get a credit.
Oh, I got you.
And then every December, it's either zero or I owe something.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, except for when I had the Tesla, I was having a bill because they was charging me more for energy. Because you're not, even though you have solar panels, you're not truly off the grid.
No, you can't be in Florida. You have to
Yeah.
have. You have to be.
Yeah.
You have to be plugged in. But again, I know up here
Yeah. You're
because they
just
had to
selling
sue
energy to them.
because they were like, oh, because my dad was trying to get something on his house and they were holding it up because we are on I think it's Duke Energy.
Ooh. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah. So they was like, oh well, your excess you got to pay us, and people was saying mainly the white people was like, what the fuck you mean? That's not how this works.
Mm-hmm.
If I make excess energy, you pay me. I'm helping you. So yeah.
You know what? I love to see these players come out with their couture versions of themselves. Everybody except Olivia Miles. I don't know who her people is, but y'all could have jazzed up her outfit a little bit more.
Man, that girl from New Jersey, she ain't trying to hear that shit.
And she
Only
looked like
person
she
that
from New Jersey. She looked like tracksuit New Jersey. It's just what she looked like.
she
cool.
from,
Olivia Miles.
Yeah.
yeah, she is from New
Mhm.
Jersey. She do not care. He basically said, "I'm gonna go here. I'm a hoop from
But
Like
it's
November."
man,
their
if you like,
business.
you know, and that also prove to me that her mama is white. Because my mama would have been slapping the hell out of me. The moment I was like, I'm wearing this, she would have said, no, the fuck you not.
Hold on.
Would have never heard the end of it.
Oh, Doc, while they doing this little interview, the North Sellers, I need his daddy to come to the front.
Who?
First off,
Oh, yeah.
I don't
I don't
believe
believe
it.
that shit neither. Somebody lying.
But let's just say for argument that it is true. You telling a black man in America in this economy to turn down $8 million for what? He wasn't in the draft last year because people needed him to do more.
And who is this?
Lenore
Sellers at
Sellers.
South Carolina.
Okay,
And
okay,
more
okay.
la- and,
Yeah,
and
'cause I know
more
you say
last
you want to talk
season,
about
he did not do.
We forget that South Carolina State game is really the stain on his record. Like we ain't forgot about that. And you
I
kept
don't
your
believe it.
son.
I simply don't believe none of that shit.
why was it a stain on the Carolina State game?
South Carolina State had him stymied.
There's a lot of teams that had them stymied this past season.
But
Yeah, but you're right. But you know what game they gonna point to the most? Out. We ain't even pump fake like that. In Florida State, even on a down Florida State, if he have a bad game against Florida State, it's Florida State. If he has a bad game against UF,
yeah. So this is not to come out and think that's a flex. Oh, my son is going to be lower to South Carolina. Why? What are you getting? Because if I was to believe that the Ibis offered your son $8 million, I don't. He would be gone.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the best part about it. As a person who has kids from women that I'm not with, ain't nowhere in the world I could have told Ash Mama, yeah, I think we're gonna turn down this $8 million. Y'all saw how she acted over French fries. You know what? All right, let's just see. Let's just see, because
You about to call her for real?
this might be a risk. We're gonna do this live.
Boy, you is gonna kick. She gonna kick your ass.
I'm gonna tell her
ask
she
for more-
lied. I'm gonna tell her she lied.
And ask for more child support.
She already doing that. That ain't new. I'm not sure if she gonna answer. Hey, you are live. I have a question as a parent to ask you.
Okay.
Our son is offered $8 million to transfer.
Transfer well.
Let's say your favorite school, the Ibis. So from South Carolina, who ain't never won nothing, to the University of Miami for $8 million. He got good grades. He on time to graduate. They're offering him $8 million. And I tell South Carolina he can't transfer. What you gonna say?
What that have to do with you, though?
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? That's all I needed. We just needed to confirm that dude said it was a lie. That's all we needed. Thank you very much. All right. You see what I'm saying?
Oh shit! She fuck you talking about?
What this got to do with you? It's a lie. None of this makes sense. It ain't like you turning down 100,000. Okay, I can see that. That's reasonable. I can see turning down $500,000. That's reasonable. $8 million changes his life, changes his children's life. He has a nest egg to retire on that he can pass on to his descendants. What the fuck are we talking about? Like, this is stupid. And I'm sure if I asked her, if I'd have said, if Florida State would have offered Ash $8 million, I'm sorry, if Miami would have offered Ash $8 million to transfer and he was at Florida State, I wouldn't have liked it. I would have had a smooth attitude. But if Florida State couldn't match, he gonna transfer.
Who transfer?
So none of this man, the fuck.
And we're gonna teach you financial literacy.
We're gonna make sure before you transfer, we're finna get a contract with insurance policy with Lloyd's of London. We're gonna make sure that you are diversified, and we're gonna throw that next thing. Turn down $8 million like we boo-boo the food. Anyway. Jamal, she do that all the time, dog. I do this, but that's good because I know her. I know what I'm dealing with. I know how I'm raising my child. I ain't got to worry about no flim flam happening to my kid. I might end up back in child support court, but I know ain't no flim flam going on. Wow, I said flim flam. I am now my daddy.
Flim flam. Nah.
Yeah, that's my daddy coming out of me. Lord have mercy.
But nah, I wouldn't even turn that down. I'm sorry.
Hey man, we gotta get EB on the show.
Who we got to get on the show?
Ebony from A&T.
Oh, okay. I wonder how that's gonna happen. How that's gonna look. Oh.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Let's say that,
He said how that's gonna look. I don't know what. Okay, it's clearly something I don't know, but all right.
No, ain't nothing that. I ain't saying that. I'm first and foremost send prayers up to North Carolina A&T football team, just the school in general. One of the players was passed away in a motorcycle accident over the weekend, I think. So just hate to hear something like that. Just hate to hear something like that. Passed away of motorcycle accident. What else we got up in here? I think I've seen some old stuff on Twitter. Miss Montgomery's gonna crash out about her about her Atlanta dream. She is ready for it.
Hey, is that the say? Hold on. Is that the Kajia Rand? Is that the like 7 foot girl?
Mm-hmm. You gotta talk to Jamal on that.
Hold on.
We are nearing the start of this season. We are less than a month away from the start of action, thanks to the transformative CBA.
Oh, maybe that's not her. I think this girl's 5'8". Yeah, 5'8" guard. Okay, that's not her.
I think part of it is that this is a huge milestone for the WNBA in its 30th year, and I'm eager to see how some of the championship contenders continue to form with Vegas and New York and Indiana. And also, of course, there's so much young talent. We started the show talking about it, 54 additional jobs that there weren't a year ago. How is some of that young talent going to come to fruition for some of these teams? You know, the championship contenders.
So there's more roster spots, which is a good thing.
Yeah, there's more roster spots since they added more. You know, you add more teams. And it's gonna I think there's gonna be more when they actually expand at W next year and the year after that.
And here we are. These women deserve this. They have worked for this, and so I'm excited for everybody who is going to get paid what they deserve finally. And then wait, I do have one basketball I'd like to describe. Is the Las Vegas Aces. Hello, can we talk about them being able to keep Chelsea Gray, who is ascending in this moment, getting better? Jackie Young, Asia Wilson. I think what they were able to keep as their core, the pieces they'll add. Don't sleep on the Aces.
So y'all gotta forgive me. Just transparency when it comes to kids and death. My family has experienced a lot of children passing away before the parents. So I'm always, I don't do well in situations like that. I'll just put it that way. Babies dying in movies and all, I don't do well with that. I watched my aunt, well, before I was born, my aunt buried a child, and then I watched my aunt when I was in college bury another child. And she passed basically 7 days later, right? My cousin buried her son. So I don't do well with children passing before their parents. So I want to apologize if I just kind of flaked out for a minute. That's just my defense mechanism. It just does not sit well with my soul at all. It's nothing I can do about it. I've gone to counseling about it. It just is what it is. So that whole A&T story, I want to tell kids to like not have motorcycles, but I was riding motorcycles in my young 20s, so I'm not gonna be a hypocrite. But you know, it's a lot. It is a lot. Um, I want everybody kid to get home safely and to be okay. Call your parents. If your name is Joshua David White and you ain't call your daddy today, call your parent. Um, oh shit. Hold on. Um, I gotta go help my mother-in-law with her TV. Remember I told y'all being a programmer make you the expert in other things. I gotta go help my mother-in-law with her TV. I'll try and get back before y'all get off of here. But if not, tomorrow night, we are not. Tomorrow night won't be the FAMU prediction show. It'll be a regular show tomorrow night. Thursday will be the FAMU prediction show. I'll get out all the
We're
socials.
gonna do it way too early. We do it way too early predictions for Thursday night.
Yeah, that's Thursday
around the
night.
SWAC.
FAMU. Yep, and then no, that's just FAMU. And then on the following Tuesday, I'm trying to get the SWAC coalition together to do way too early around the SWAC. It don't matter if like we got to get the PV people on. So if it's Mick or if it's Lionel, either one. But just know if it's Lionel, it's gonna be loud. Lionel and Marlo in the same room together is gonna be interesting. That's gonna be real, real interesting. So, but I will. I'm gonna try and get back. If I'm not back, just know I'm taking care of my mother-in-law. All right, y'all have a good one.
All right, Troy. Well, I think we got everything out there in the open. I think we talked about everything today. Let's see. The thing is, Raven Johnson just signed a deal with Adidas, so shout out to her. She's gonna get extra money. Dick Vitale has announced that he has cancer for the 5th time today. Prayers up for Dickie V. Clark Atlanta, for their commencement, the speaker of the hour is going to be Miss Debbie Allen. That will be next month, May 18th. I got to get some more people over here. Oh, another thing. This is something that I didn't get a chance to explain. Let me put my camera on. I should have talked about this earlier. HBCU go. Basically, the SWAC office. I got this email in this morning. They are moving the game between Alabama State and Southern to Birmingham and will be played at Legion Field on August the 29th. So that will be something to hear about, and I think that will be considered a I don't know if that was Southern's home game. I think that was considered to be Alabama State's home game, so they moved it from Montgomery to Birmingham. So that's something that's going to be very interesting. They had a deal with the city. Mayor Woodfin said this is going to be it's going to be a great way for to bring revenue into the city and to get two of the two teams just to come in and have play a good game. Just seeing this, the NAIA has brought in 6 new members. Let's see who it is. So the NAIA approved 4 new members at its national convention this week. Where they are bringing in Champion Christian College, which is in Hot Springs, Arkansas, United States Sports University, which is in Daphne, Alabama, Georgia Southern University, East Georgia campus in Swainsboro, Georgia, and Nevada State University in Henderson, Nevada, to join Wesleyan, Georgia, Andrew, Georgia, to be accepted into the NAIA. So, the NAIA continues to grow as a collegiate entity. So that's something to think that's something to get excited about. So the school's Champion Christian College, private school, Christian based, located in Hot Springs, founded in 2005. Georgia Southern University, East Georgia campus. Nevada State University. Right now, they 4-year institution in Henderson, Nevada. They sponsor men's indoor track and field, men's outdoor track and field, and women's flag football. They will add men's and women's cross country, women's track and field, both indoor and outdoor. United States Sports University is in Alabama and Daphne. Basically, they offer career-focused degrees in exercise science, sports management, coaching, sports studies, and business administration with mentorship from experts and a close-knit community. They will join the Continental Athletic Conference in this year with plans to enter the Southern States Athletic Conference for 27-28. Wesleyan College, which was approved last September, which is in Macon, Georgia, they were D3, so they moved down. So they would join the Southern States Athletic Conference. They offer women's basketball, soccer, softball, volleyball, and beach volleyball. And then they plan on to add competitive cheer, wrestling, and women's flag football in 2026. And Wesleyan College is it's all girls school, which is founded in 1836. So, hey, they got some things going on in the NAIA. So shout out to them. Interim head coach, football coach Calvin Miller. He's interim, Calvin Miller, interim head football coach from Langston University, who took over after Quentin Morgan was relieved of his duties late last season. After the season, which he brought some success, brought a lot of success to Langston University in football. But we got it's a lot of things going on. Shout out to Tyree Reed, who had 3 home runs against FAMU yesterday in the game. 4 hits, 5 RBIs, and 3 of those 4 hits were home runs. So shout out to Tyree Reed from Jackson State baseball, doing the dang on thing. Oh yeah, I see where Mr. G Thomas III, yeah. And I see where he's coming from. He told the guys, "Hey, don't steal my info. If you're gonna put it out there, say where you got it from, and should be better with that." But I don't know. So to get back on the story with FAMU football and what I feel like is going to happen, I just feel like it's going to be something as far as I don't know, probably about 10, 15 is gonna look for other places to go. But yeah, like I said, it's going to be some good stuff coming along. It's mid-April. Send a shout out to my little sister Dana. Her birthday was yesterday. My little sister turned 44 yesterday. So I just had to put that out there. But other than that, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here because I do got to get up early in the morning because I'll be at work at 7 a.m. Again, we'll be on tomorrow night. Tomorrow night at 7:30, and just had to say, this weekend just kind of been a little bit emotional for me. This is my mental health checkup. It's been emotional for me. Trying to get all this stuff squared away. Like I said, I kind of fell behind a little bit on stuff going around in my place, rent and stuff, because of being without a job for close to a month, and then also uh and then also just health related issues. Hold on, I got your mom in here. Yo.
Yo, phone died. I'm like, shit, you
But
done?
yeah. Troy said he had some stuff to do, and we
Oh,
can. Cause I had started at 6, so that's the reason why I ain't
yeah,
know the
you
job.
did, and I was still at. I was just getting out because I ain't really like really sight till like damn near 7 o'clock. My time. That's 6 o'clock your time.
So, in the words of Jamal, FAMU players, take your ass to class.
No, not even just FAMU players. Everybody. Everybody. Take your ass to class and have honest conversations with your damn self. Bro, you know good and fucking well you will never play one down in the NFL. Find something that you like, get a degree in that shit, make a career, find a girl on campus that you like, have a family, settle the fuck down. Less than 1% of all D1 athletes are going to play in the NFL. You are already in the 1% of the world by being a D1 athlete.
Yeah, that is true.
Be honest. If you cannot be honest with yourself, you have already lost.
Yeah, I don't think people understand that, and like I said, and parents. I'm gonna be honest with you, parents. Let's be real. Have an
Yep.
honest conversation with yourself too.
Yep.
Have an honest conversation with yourself.
Pat
I
yourself
say
on the
this.
back. You don't have to pay for that degree. You did a good job. Tell that nigga to
Yes,
go to class.
but I have to say this. This is what I'm gonna say. Stop trying to live your goddamn dreams and hopes and realities through your damn kids.
Yep.
Stop.
That is
Stop.
the truth.
Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Hell, I wanted my baby girl to play basketball. She said, hell no, that's not what I want to do. She said, I like modeling. She likes volleyball. She likes swimming. And you know what I do? I'm gonna support her near or far. It doesn't matter.
Right. I
I
mean,
ain't
shit.
living shit.
My dad just knew one of his kids was gonna be a NASCAR mechanic. None of us are. And he was like, you know what, cool. Y'all can take care of yourself. I'm good. I did a good job.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all take care of yourself. Ain't nobody in jail. Ain't nobody got a bunch of kids running around. Y'all are upstanding. I did a good job. No, none of y'all turn the wrench professionally, but y'all can work on y'all own shit. I did a good job.
I mean, that's the best feeling to have.
But a lot of these college dudes' parents need to have that same conversation. You get to go to work, you get to go everywhere and be like, and what your kid do? Oh, my kid playing college football. Oh, where they playing at? My kid playing D1 college football. Wow. Ozzy, you have already did a good job. You just gotta help get them over the hump. Go to class. Not only did
Mm-hmm.
my kid play D1 football, my kid graduated.
Oh yeah. Yes. Um I don't think people just even think about like my kid gonna go to the NFL. We don't know if your kid going to the NFL. Is he good enough to get there? Does he have the drive to
Right,
get there?
right.
Does he really want to? You know what I'm saying? Does he really want to be there?
So I'm gonna hope that one day we get this shit together because this not just for the sake of family because I think either PB or Valley also got postseason bans, but
Yeah,
I'm not being
Valley got
I'm not
postseason
being
games.
mean when I say this. The reason why everybody is focusing on FAMU was because nobody knew nobody had one single thought that PB would be in anybody's postseason. But it
Mm-hmm.
still stands. Like they still could have had a very good year, potentially got an invite to the playoffs. But now that's gone because kids simply don't want to go to class and they don't want to do homework. That's part of the agreement when you sign your national letter of intent or you commit to play somewhere. I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to go to class. I'm going to maintain my eligibility. I'm going to play college football. It's not an and or maybe it's yes.
I don't think a lot of people just, like you said, I don't think a lot of people um will even think about that. I just think they figured like hell, I did my part and now it's time to do his part. That's cool. And that's you right. But at the same time, you're still a parent.
Right.
Still a parent. You still gotta be there for the kid. And if you ain't doing anything, like if they doing something that they ain't supposed to be doing, you still got to be a parent.
Yeah. Still gotta be a parent.
Still got to be a parent, and we do have an issue when it comes down to it. Like once our kids turn 18, we ain't got to worry about parenting no more. Bullshit.
Shit. I was dumb as hell till about 25.
My mom will chin check me. Fuck you say?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like what they say on your frontal cortex develops at 25. I swear at 25, I was like, oh, this shit makes sense now.
Yep.
So yeah, I was dumb as hell. My mama passed when I was 22, and she was still cussing me out about being stupid. And when I got to 25, 23 and 24, guess who was cussing me out about being stupid? My dad. So 18-year-olds are still idiots. Keep that in mind when you decide to say they're adults.
Yeah. We gonna get up off this thing, so because I got to get
Yep.
ready for work in the morning. I'll be there early tomorrow morning. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get there in the morning.
Man,
Shit.
I'm still on fucking mandatory overtime. I know I'm gonna be off it next week because they pretty much can't keep us on 2 weeks straight. But that don't mean we won't go back on that shit the week after.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I need no job. But alright, y'all. See y'all tomorrow.
All right, man.
Yep.
Yeah. Other than that, man. Other than that, mental health check for the week. Um, like I said, just been going through a lot of stuff. Trying to get all my stuff taken care of. Got uh uh went and seen the the new unit. Like it. It's cool. Um, about the same size as this one. But yeah. talking to my apartment manager, and she was more like she was basically trying to make sure I just stay where I'm at. She didn't want to lose me as a tenant, so we just gonna. Yeah, I got a therapist. I talked to her. I actually had a therapist. I had a session this morning. I mean, not this morning, earlier before I got on. Just kind of vented to her, just my frustration and stuff like that, and try to talk all my, just talk all my issues out. So yeah, I try to do what I can, man. So other than that, man, let me get up out of here. Let me get up out of here. Hopefully everybody have a good evening. Um, just make sure y'all hey man, just make sure y'all pray for your boy. Make sure you can you can hit the donation button. You see it down there on the bottom. And pretty much as always, y'all be blessed and y'all be safe. Hug your loved ones and love on them, and pretty much crash out on your kids and beat them out the penitentiary as always. Y'all be easy. Peace.